Well, you guys know that I have done a mea culpa on Hedera's ETF, the Canary HBAR ETF. I did not think it was going to do that well, but it has been doing wonderful. We got some new data around just how well it's actually been doing and compared to the other ETFs. So let's dive in. And the first one is from Kimchi saying, this is on the 19th, so a little far. ETF trading volume, HBAR ETF 1.47 million, XRP 26 million, Sol 53 million, and Litecoin 1.3 million. So HBAR ETF volume very strong. Obviously not doing this as the same as some of these bigger ones like XRP and Sol, but they're just more recognized, and that makes sense. But people still put in a lot of money. You can see the cumulative total is starting to level off a little bit. Daily volume starting to drop a touch, but still staying steady. So nice to see that. This is daily volume, by the way. So he's just been keeping track, updating these every day, and I was surprised, that the volume really took off very, very fast. So interesting to see. We got more HBAR news, however. And this one is from directly from the Hedera Foundation. It's official. Axelar, the cross-chain interoperability protocol connecting 60 plus major blockchains, including Arbitrum, Solana, and XRLP, is now integrated on Hedera. So another alternative to, looks like another alternative to Chainlink. The main impact is that Axelar bridge plugs Hedera directly into over 60 interconnected systems. User can now transfer assets from other supported chains to Hedera through Axelar's infrastructure, expanding their options for cross-chain interactions. By the way, I know this isn't our Algorand segment, but Algorand's got to get in on this stuff. It just has to. Anyway, Axelar enables programmable cross-chain communication, allowing developers to build applications that span multiple networks. For cross-chain users and developers, this means another pathway for participating in Hedera's growing retail ecosystem. Several Hedera ecosystem projects are already implementing Axelar into their platforms. One of those is SaucerSwap Labs, Hedera's leading DEX, which is integrating Axelar directly into its UI, making cross-chain transfers more accessible for everyday users. So I think we got some SaucerSwap news coming up, by the way, but that's like the one platform I use on Hedera for sure. Quite a bit, yeah. Axelar Bridge going live is the next step in Hedera's growing interoperability infrastructure, with Coral and Squid Router also in the works. It has never been easier to explore Hedera retail ecosystem. When are you going to interview on Genfinity? Yeah, he's got more patience than I do. Even Wendyho chiming in on that. Nice to see. So, yeah, more interoperability solutions. Definitely a good thing. Like I said, something I want to see more of on Algorand as well. But Hedera is definitely taking the lead on this and making sure that happens. Speaking of SaucerSwap, SaucerSwap wallet for iOS is here. Native HTS support, zero interface fees, polished, audited, and built for production. We are releasing it today via test flight. It's a production build, not beta, but it's probably in test flight because, Apple is just not very crypto friendly. If it's something crypto, it's really, really hard to get it on there. This is a production build, not beta. We have already completed a comprehensive bug bounty. I think I might have tweeted. I think I might have talked about that on a previous episode. No critical or high severity issues were found. All minor findings have been remediated. App is polished and ready for use. We're distilled the core SaucerSwap experience for your phone. Swap HTS bridge tokens, stake on stake sauce, real-time portfolio tracking, etc. Security and safety. All right, so why the limited release? Simply put, we're still waiting on Apple. Just like I said. Oops. We submitted months ago. We are compliant. We have answered every question, but remain stuck in the review queue. We're continuing to push for full App Store approval. Our legal team is working to resolve this not just for SaucerSwap, but to help establish a clear path for all Hedera DeFi applications. Good God. Anyway, they're opening the internal test flight to the community, 10,000 slots available, which is Apple's limit. It's just crazy. Why? Apple is like one of the most, they're just so frustrating. You know, it's one thing I get, like being careful and making sure it's like all compliant, everything's, you know, all the ducks are in a row, but just like tanking on a review is crazy, in my opinion. Anyway, Catlin is at, well, Zoid Pilot, actually someone different, says, does HBAR go to the 5 to 8 cents range? Catlin says, I'm buying in under anything under 10 cents. You know, long term, if you're a long-term holder of HBAR, it might not be a bad idea. Now, my average buy is like 5 cents, so I'm kind of leery of buying over that, since with alts and, you know, anything that's not Bitcoin or Ethereum, but we'll see. Yeah, everyone's got to have their own idea. What is the forever mint effect, you may be wondering? Well, Hedera spells it out here. So this is dead pixels, and you can see the volume has just completely skyrocketed in Q3. Pretty impressive. This is the Dead Pixels Ghost Club, which is one of the big, I would say the big NFT projects on Hedera. Pretty impressive stuff, really. By combining the benefits of NFTs with the thrill of continuously opening pack, they solve for both attention and liquidity. I do really like these designs. I don't know if you saw the Dead Pixels. Let's go to media. Yeah, I just kind of dig those. I think they're really cute. They're pretty expensive. I don't know if you looked into them. They're like a couple $100, I think, or something. It's, well, you know, relatively speaking, anyway. Good for them, though. They've really skyrocketed. Well, is this their trading volume, or is this all NFTs? I don't really understand. They need to spell that out. Like, you need a better, this is like a charting crime is what this is right here. This is a charting crime. You should have this spelled out. I always tell people what they're looking at. And last one, you know, the Cloudflare went down and it took out a whole bunch of systems, including Hashpack. Said we are aware of a Cloudflare outage. This was back on, what day was this? The 18th. It was a Monday. You know, Monday I tried to get into X, and X was down, but so was a lot of other stuff. We are aware of a Cloudflare outage that's affecting core functionalities within the app at the moment. No security concerns identified, and a resolution should be expected within the day. We'll, of course, keep everyone updated as we gather more information. So this was a problem, obviously since been solved, I'm pretty sure. Seems to be slowly resolving, although it could be sporadic on and off during the day. And then, yeah, here later on it says, yeah, back to normal, although it could be sporadic. So I think it did, yeah, Clippy. Yeah, so if your Hashpack went down, that's why. You probably were aware of this, but it did affect a lot of stuff in crypto. Well, not necessarily the blockchain itself, but the dApps built on blockchain. So, well, that is the end of my Hedera segment, but thanks for tuning into that, and a nice little audience going on here. I gotta tell you, I'm really toast. A lot of people saying that they're buying under 10 cents with HBAR, and I can kind of understand that. I don't know if we're going to hit that. We'll see. Hard to say. You know, it's pumping up right now, but that could just be what they call a dead cat bounce, and it could go back down. You just really don't know.